everyone, it's Nikenji. Welcome to my channel. In the videos that I've posted recently, a lot of you have complimented on my hair and the beads, and honestly, thank you so much. I really do love this hairstyle and I plan on doing it again for the summer. But as it stands right now, it needs to come out. It needs to come out right now. I've had it in for 3 months. It's looking like it's been in for 3 months. It's actually looking like it's been in for more. So yeah, it's about that time. So in this video, I am going to be taking them out, but while I am doing the takedown process, I am also going to share with you guys all of the things that have to do with this hairstyle, such as the upkeep, the maintenance, styles that I've worn with this hairstyle. Hopefully it helps you in terms of like whether or not you want to try it too, you know? I mean, if you do, cool. If not, whatever. But anyway, let's get into it. So first off, let's remove this. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm working with. As you can see, yeah, I have some new growth. There's also some whiteness going on in there because it's been a little while since I washed my hair. Let's do a little 360. So first off, when it comes to my hair is not the thickest. So it's rather thin. It's not the most voluminous. I came from a place where I used to perm my hair when I was younger, age 11. I think that's when I had my first perm. Played with braiding styles and stuff like that. My mom would braid my hair once upon a time. And when I moved to Canada for high school, I started embracing my natural hair a bit more. But with doing that also came me like blow drying my hair a lot as well, which wasn't really great. Definitely had some heat damage from that. And then I started playing around with wigs. I wanted to see what other styles I could rock. It got to a point where I was just tired. I was tired of like all the high maintenance and just doing too much with my hair, whichever. And I just got to a point where I wanted to just rock natural hairstyles. I ended up starting my natural hair journey, started feeling like my little afros and different things. And I'm like, all right, I really want to continue that and try to embrace that, if anything. I've tried a lot of different things, but now I'm in a comfortable space to do mostly natural styles. And I love that. A lot of the times I'm either getting braids or I'm doing little twist outs. I try to refrain from doing any sort of straightening or using any heat tools at all. After I took some time to really give my hair the TLC that it needed and I started rocking it naturally more often, I started to see a difference in my hair's health overall, and I've just been running with that. I don't straighten my hair often. If I do, it's really just for a length check. I may blow dry, or if I do get my hair done, I may blow dry it, of course, to stretch it and, you know, achieve kind of like a natural perm rod set, things like that. But for the most part, we are natural all the way. This is the second hairstyle that I've done with beads, but there was another time where I wore knotless braids with beads. And honestly, that picture actually went viral on Pinterest. I noticed that I actually posted it a few weeks ago because I'm like, oh, a lot of people have been reposting this. Let me show people where this came from. I had my hair done in that way, one point, loved it. And then I just thought, why not do that with, you know, my actual hair? And I looked up on Pinterest and saw that they had this style called mini braids with beads. And it's just mostly people doing their own hair with beads. For me, because my hair is thin and because I knew that I wanted a style that was gonna last me for some time, I just thought, you know what, instead of doing them small, let me do them like extra small or a little smaller than what I usually do, because I felt like that would add more volume, and it did. I ended up achieving what I wanted to achieve. I just love the amount of volume that I got to work with, because if they did this in kind of like a small or medium, I'm not trying to say it wouldn't look as good, but I guess a part of me feels like it wouldn't. The braiders added little pieces of hair because I was doing it so small. They wanted to make sure that each of those sections that they were parting had enough hair and strength when it came to the braids. And plus I'm also adding 3 beads to it, you know, so I had to make that work in some particular way, and it did. I really love this hairstyle. I honestly do. That is 3 down, guys. I have a long night ahead of me. So just know, for this hairstyle, the materials that were used were the beads. There were 2 sets of beads. There were these marble beads that I got and from Amazon, as well as wooden beads. I have linked them down in the description bar below for your reference. I also got rubber bands separate from what the beads come with, because those rubber bands that the beads come with, they're horrible, okay? They're not great. They are very cheap. Even the braiders were telling me they will not hold. They're gonna fall out, whichever the case case may be. This hairstyle took about 6 to 7 hours to complete. So the place that I got it done was at Amina's hair braiding salon, and the price was around 160 bucks. And that's not including hair. I actually ended up using only 1 pack of hair for this because, again, majority of my hair was being used. They just added these little pieces to help strengthen each of those sections. The weight of these beads, not bad at all. When I tell you they're pretty light, they are pretty light. And I know this because of the previous hairstyle I had with the beads. That last hairstyle I had with the beads was heavy. Like, I had those in for 2 months. I shouldn't have had them in for 2 months. I felt like my hair was hanging by a thread when it came to that hairstyle for as long as I had it in. It just wasn't smart. It wasn't smart of me. But those were definitely heavier, and the beads were bigger than these beads that I have. These beads are quite small, and I've got them this small on purpose, of course, because of how small these braids are. So these ended up working out way better. Now, as far as my sleeping routine, pretty straightforward. I would either wear a full bonnet covering everything. I would basically put all my hair over like this. I would fit it into the bonnet, and then I would go to sleep, carry on with my business. Another way that I'd probably go to sleep is I would get a bandana. As you saw at the beginning of this video, I would basically tie that, a bandana or a scarf, and tie it around into the back to keep my hair out of the front of my head and go to sleep like that. There are also times where I would use both. I would tie my hair with the scarf, I would put a full bonnet on, and then I would go to bed. And that just really helped to keep it secure and in place. I do like the fact that when the scarf is on, it does help to flatten this area as well, especially the longer you have the style in and your new growth starts to come in as well. Some of the challenges that I faced when it came to this hairstyle, well, one of them is that it does get tangled easily. Sometimes the hairs might kind of be on top of each other like that. So what I would find myself doing is I would put my hand through like this and just kind of work my way through it. And that would loosen up the tangles a bit. Because it's so thin, it honestly feels like little pieces of yarn. It feels kind of fragile, like it could break, but it's pretty strong. It's pretty strong on there. And yeah, that would be an easy way to untangle my braids. Another thing that I would run into is when I'm at the gym, I would find myself doing a couple exercises where I'm required to be on a bench. Sometimes the bench that I'm on, unfortunately, has an opening space right at the top area. What would happen is when I'm done my set and I'm about to get up, you know, and put additional weights on or take weights off, my hair will get caught in that opening space of the bench. And it was so annoying. It's so frustrating. So frustrating having to deal with that. So sometimes I would find myself having to bring a hoodie or something and put a hoodie on so that that doesn't happen. I got so scared sometimes because I'm here thinking that my hair would pull out with it, but no, it never got to that point. But yes, that was one challenge that I would face. Another thing that I've faced in terms of challenges, which is not a huge thing, because honestly, you just gotta change the beads. Styling. Majority of the colors I was wearing with this hairstyle when it came to my clothes and just styling overall were nudes and neutrals and blacks. I just felt like those were the colors that I had to wear because of the beads that I'm wearing. Like, these beads don't go with everything, especially since it's not like I'm in the tropics, right? And because this is definitely a hairstyle that calls for summer and tropics. No, I decided to wear this during the fall. I ended up blending in with the rest of New York with their dark colors. Blue, actually, surprisingly, it went pretty well with that. Things like neons or hot pinks, there's just certain styles that I felt like I couldn't pull off with this, so I wouldn't wear it. Maybe that's more of a subjective thing, but I will say that that was a little bit of a challenge for me because I do like to wear my colors. While I do have a lot of blacks and neutrals, that doesn't mean that I always want to wear them. No. So yeah, that was definitely a challenge. I do want to do this style again in the summer, and one thing that I would change just to make it way more versatile is I was going to put clear beads probably throughout all of them. Just clear beads and just rock those. I feel like that would go a lot more with a lot of clothes or pieces that I have in my closet. So with this being a bob, at first I thought I wouldn't be able to achieve many styles because I just thought maybe it's too short. But I was actually surprised. Like, when I went in front of the mirror and started playing around with different styles, I realized, oh, you know what? This works. This is basically how I've been wearing my hair every now and then, the different styles that I've been rocking. I honestly feel like you can do even more styles than this, but I would say these have been my go-tos. I loved wearing hats. Like hats were definitely my thing. Loved wearing my fedora, this knit crochet hat that I got. I loved styling this hairstyle. I thought it was very cute. To some degree, I thought it looked like a little kid, but after really styling it in different ways and playing around with it, I thought I was just honestly like a super cool baddie. This is nice. I really like this. And it just looks so unique. It stands out so well. And I love that. I love that. Honestly, my confidence went from like 90 to 150 just because of this hairstyle. I will also say one of the best things about this hairstyle is the bounce. Like the bounce, the movement, being that the majority of it is my hair, is just makes it even better. This is like the best alternative to straightening your hair. And you could use less beads if you want. You don't have to use 3, you can use 1. Like you could really just make it your own and you still kind of get that bounce. Now, let me show you what I've taken out in this time frame. Barely anything. This is what I've taken out, guys. This much. I have a long way to go. Honestly, guys, this is one of the best hairstyles I've ever had. And I think this is about to be my go-to. I already have another go-to, all right, where I do flat twists on the back and I would either do like a perm rod set in the front where some of my hair is in the front. I love that hairstyle. I just feel like you need maybe about 5 go-to hairstyles, 5 low maintenance go-to hairstyles just to kind of add to your arsenal and you good. Like you don't have to do too much, you don't. And they just last. They last like a month or they last 2 months, whatever amount of time that you need them to before you have to go back in and get it done again. I love those hairstyles. Protective hairstyles are my favorite. They are my favorite. Unless, of course, if I have a job or a particular event that I need my hair to be done for a specific time, then that's different. But I'm just saying, like on my day-to-day, I do not want to have to worry about my hair. I want that to be the last thing that I worry about. And this was that style. This was that style that was able to do its thing. And I wake up, do my thing, and go about my business. Notice how I kept my beads in for majority of my hair because I low-key knew I'm not gonna be able to finish this all night. All I gotta do is maybe just tie it in the back so I can conceal the hair that's being shown that I took out. This is gonna be a long time, guys. It's gonna be a long time. All right, let's fast forward to when it's done. Hey guys, finally took out my hair. Right now I am detangling. This is the only area I've detangled thus far, but yeah, my hair has grown a little bit and I really like it. I'm actually detangling now and then I'm gonna head over to the hairdresser to finally get this all taken care of. The takedown process definitely took some time. Literally 3 hands in my hair. It was me and 2 other people right behind me. We started at around maybe 7 p.m. and then we ended after like 12. So it definitely took some time. We were watching a show while we're doing this. Oh, and also we had a little break to eat. In the front areas were actually way smaller than I thought. So it was a little harder to get through. A lot of the times I found myself, instead of using this end of the comb, I was using this end to comb through. Way longer than I thought it would take, but it's cool. We got it done. The detangling and cleaning and everything just needs to be done, shampooing, all that, and I'm good. All right, so now just let's do the detangling process. For detangling, I use water. I use some conditioner. This conditioner is from Cantu, and I'm also using pre-shampoo detangle and condition by African Pride. This has been pretty good. It provides enough slip for me to kind of like comb through, so I'm really happy about that. I'm going to section off this area. I will take 1 section, maybe like that, and I'll spray it with some water. And then I'll just kind of like finger detangle a little bit just to kind of get that water through there. Soften the hair a bit. For maintenance also, when it came to my braids, I would add shea butter and oil to the actual braids as well. There is shedding, but it's actually not as much as I thought it would be. So far, I've lost about this much hair, and that's just for this section. So I'm doing pretty well. I'm using this kind of type of comb. It's not super wide tooth, but enough. I would just get some of this product. Yeah, I want to get it like that. I'm just gonna take my time and comb through until I get to the root. I just get it all the way through. There we go. And then from that section alone, this much hair. I've washed my hair only a few times during this, and also is like I haven't combed my hair in that time as well, so that's something to keep in mind. But here we go. Another section done. Basically do all the sections, get that all done, and then I'm gonna take you with me to the hairdresser. So I am at the Bombshell Studios in Harlem with my girl Olivia. We are doing a color retouch, blow dry, and silk press today. She's really getting that bleach and color in there, neck straining and all. After we washed, the shrinkage is real, as you can see. We ended up blow drying and straightening, and here are the results. In her lighting, my hair definitely looked more yellow than it was, but this is truly how my hair really looked in the sun. Like, look at her. Look at her. Who is she? Who is she? I took so many photos of myself, guys. As you can see, it's crazy. I am obsessed with this color though. And I've also been playing around with it and adding curls in the front here and there. And this has been my go-to style for about 2 weeks now. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, take care. Bye.